Alright, people, leave a comment down below to let me know, what you'll feel on what a management should or shouldn't do. Can a manager do too much? Does it make people lazy or does it make people pick up the game? Let me know, give me a thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I make more videos. Here it comes. What's up, baby? Tom 101, and I'm going to talk about my experience in management. Alright, managing was easy for me. All you had to be is not lazy. I worked with some managers that, worked with me or whatever on their shifts. They were fucking lazy. They didn't like, doing hard work. They thought that, everybody should do it. We had one manager that used to crack on people, saying, you need my help, you can't handle it yourself. And it'd be like, a bunch of fucking people in the dining room, and this cat is cracking on people because they can't handle it. Instead of helping them, he would just sit and make fun out of them, which I totally don't believe it. We had another manager that, he would be smoking the whole shift, almost. When you need him or you get busy and you need that extra hand, he's nowhere to be found. That pissed a lot of people off too. But me, they like working with me because, I bust butt and do it before they know, before they even ask for help. I'd be right there, saying, hey, what you need me to do, and they can say what they need done and I'll do it. I didn't believe in, being lazy or whatever. You have to help them out. That's part of your job. Your job, don't criticize people that need help. Everybody gets busy. You may get behind a little, but, that's just wrong. Cracking on people because they need help, or not helping someone because they're smoking a cigarette and thinking, no, everything's peaches and cream, everything will turn out good. No. If we need your help or whatever, if they need your help, you're supposed to help them. But with me, that never happened with me, because, I was right there. I was with the servers, if the servers needed help, no matter what it was, carrying the drinks out to their tables, getting the food, taking their order, checking on them, and stuff like that. That was easy or whatever. But to people, it meant a lot. If they're watching around trying to get stuff done and they got, a bazillion other tables, yeah, you can take that one table under your wing. And I've done it before. I set a table, I got their drink order, I went back and, got their order, ran their order in, and went back and made sure the pizza, that I rang in was made. And I'd take it out to them, and they'd be happy. I made sure, everything was on point with them or whatever, and, they left happy, and that's what to do, Sometimes, business gets a little busy or whatever, but, if the right help, if someone helping you, it makes it not less frustrated. You can get frustrated, if you got a bunch of stuff to do and no one's helping you, but others help. And, I'll go back in the cook area and I'll, help them get caught up or whatever, and, when they're, caught up or whatever, I double check the rates and I do a round. When I say a round is, when I go around to every table, every booth, customer out there or whatever, and I will chat with them, ask them how their order's doing, and, just little stuff to make sure, everything, was good with them. And, and that's what it's about, making that customer happy, making that customer feel like they're special, because, there's a lot of places you go to or whatever, you won't see a manager, and you ain't gonna see a manager, walk out, in front or whatever to the other people and say, hey, how you doing today? How's your pizza doing? I used to do that all the time, and people will get smiled on their face and, feel appreciated, if a manager came out and said something to them, And, you know, that made them feel, you know, kind of good. And, you know, another thing I used to do is, you know, dishes. Every manager but me, you know, feels that, you know, it's the driver's job to do dishes. They won't touch the dishes. They'll keep the driver, you know, hour, 2 hours after they're supposed to be out. You know, they get caught up with dishes, and the managers won't put one fucking hand on the dishes, which, you know, I totally disagree with them or whatever. If I'm caught up on the servers, the cooks, you know, and, you know, any other job, you know, comes up with the customer service, like cashing out, you know, handling complaints. You know, if I had a free second or whatever and no one needed me, you know, I'd work on dishes. You know, especially, you know, the drivers can only do so much when they have to leave and go on deliveries. They're back for a couple minutes, leave for a delivery. Shit gets real or whatever, you know, and gets frustrated. So, you know, that's when, you know, I have a free minute or whatever. I go and put a couple loads in the dishwasher. You do a couple loads, you know, trying to make someone's job easier. And, you know, I'm up front with the rates, and I may, you know, try to make their job easier, you know, and, you know, I'll go back in the kitchen and I'll make sure, you know, if I can make their job easier, you know, helping them out, you know, I'll do it. And, you know, when all of them, you know, are good, that's when I go and sort the dishes. And, you know, kind of get the dishes caught up or whatever. And when the drivers come in, the drivers are like, wow, it's like, you know, thank you for your help. And, you know, that's what it's about. You know, helping. The manager just isn't supposed to stand around and supervise. You know, I hate when the manager just sends one and doesn't help you. You know, we have this one person, I said we have this one person that never helped. You know, whatever, you know, a couple days out of the week I, you know, cooked. And I hated working with him because his mother beeper ain't, you know, going to help you. You know, he's just going to look at his screen and be like, oh, 5 down, and walk away and go smoke a cigarette instead of helping you. And you're like, damn, dude, for real? Like, you just been out there 10 minutes ago smoking? Like, calm down, like, you know, go to someone else and say, hey, you know, I'm going to cover you, go and smoke a cigarette. But he'll never do that. The closest he'll get is he'll come up to someone and be like, hey, you know, you want a cigarette, go and smoke a cigarette. And, you know, and the person will be like, oh, cool, go and smoke. And here he comes behind him saying, I'm going to smoke one with you. And it's like, you know, he will leave abandoned, you know, whatever, when, you know, it's kind of steady or whatever, orders are coming in, you know, instead of staying, you know, in that position and watching it for him, you know, he wants to go and smoke a cigarette. So, you know, one person, you know, that one person will have to go from the cut table to the mate table, cut table, mate table, and make their life fucking harder. And I don't do that. I don't do that whatsoever. You know, the way I work, the way, you know, you should work is, you know, I come up to, you know, everybody under my shift, you know, the 2 servers, the 2 clerks, you know, if, you know, the driver hasn't had a delivery in a little while, I go to him. Everybody, I'll be like, get 5, get a cigarette break, I'll sit down and take 5. And, you know, and I'll go and I'd watch, you know, the front. If there's a server, you know, I'll go and watch the front. And I ask him and be like, hey, you know, where you at, what needs done, and, you know, let me know. And, you know, and the waitress will tell me what needs done or whatever, and I say, hey, I was like, I can do that, ain't no problem, don't worry about it, take 5. And so, you know, that's exactly what will happen. You know, it's exactly what will happen, you know, and, you know, they go back there and, you know, they take a break for a minute and collect themselves, and they come back up, or they smoke a cigarette, and, you know, some of them are thinking, oh, shit's gonna go bad, or whatever, you know, when they, you know, went out. Because like I said, you know, a lot of people, managers, you know, when you go on break, they expect the other person working to pick up the slack. And, you know, if they don't, they get called, you know, you're not doing your job good, or get cracked on because, you know, you can't handle it by yourself, and that ain't me. You know, I'd bust butt and, you know, do what, you know, that server needs done. You know, what, you know, that server, need to do or whatever, you know, I do it. You know, I do it and like, you know, I do it plus, like another table came in, I set the table or get the drink order, you know, I go back there and, you know, a couple minutes and take the order, put it in the oven, put it in the computer or whatever, and, you know, run that food out to the tables, check on the tables, you know, and, you know, I do it, you know, do it like, you know, it's supposed to be doing. And, you know, and the server will come up front and, you know, I tell her, like, you know, I got this done for you. I got, you know, I set one table, got the drink order, ran the order in. All you need to do is take it out and the bill out. And, you know, they kind of like looked at me and be like, thanks, you know, you're on it. And, you know, I'm like, try to be. And I go to the other server, I was like, all right, it's your turn. Same thing. Tell me what you're at, tell me what needs done, and, you know, and I'll cover you. So, you know, the waitress or the waiter will be, you know, oh, cool. And, you know, and he'll go out and smoke him a cigarette. And again, just like, you know, the other server, you know, I would do, you know, his job, you know, until he gets back in. You know, I cover, you know, the tables that, you know, through that, bust the tables, I need about set the tables up or whatever. If someone came in, I'd set them, you know, down, I'd get the, you know, get the whole spiel, trying to, you know, make them have less stress and, you know, take less off the other server or whatever. So what I'm saying is, you know, do that job for me until they get back. And, you know, when they get back, they're like, oh, cool, thank you, you know, for your help. And, you know, no one else will do it. And, you know, I think that's kind of fucked up. That, you know, you call yourself a manager and you aren't willing to help people, you know, to get their job done. You know, you're that extra hand that if the servers need you, you know, cooks need you, drivers need you, you know, prep person needs you, you know, you're supposed to step up and do that, you know, help them out. But a lot of people don't do it, and that pisses me the fuck off, dude. Because like I said, you know, the way I got to be so good at management, because I didn't sort out as a manager, you know, I sorted as a cook. And I worked under some damn shitty managers. And, you know, that's why I didn't want to be a manager to get-go. But, you know, got told, hey, you know, you can run it just good. And I took it and I ran with it. And, you know, I think I do pretty good. So, you know, when the waiter or waitress will come back up after the 5-minute break, you know, again, I'll tell them, you know, what I got done, what needs done, and, you know, stuff like that. And, you know, he'll be very, you know, happy that, you know, I helped him. And like I said, I didn't want to put all the burden on, you know, this server, because this server, you know, probably got their hands full handling her tables. So, you know, it's more stress. But, you know, being a good manager I, you know, done that job, you know, talked to the customers, you know, brought the food out to them, made them feel welcome. And when that other server comes back up, you know, I let him know where I am, what I done, and, you know, and he'll be grateful for it. And another time, you know, I'll go in the back, and, you know, I'll do the same thing. I'll go to one cook, and, you know, ask him where he's at, what needs done, and, you know, that stuff, or whatever, and he'd be like, you know, well, I'm in on this order, and, you know, this order needs this, we're waiting on this. And I'm like, all right, no problem. I was like, you know, I got you, go ahead and take 5. And, you know, you kind of look at me puzzled. He was like, dude, just go, I know you don't smoke, but go out there and, you know, go back there and sit down and drink you some pop and relax for 4 or 5 minutes. And, you know, he'll look at me like, oh, okay. And, you know, he'll go and sit down for 5 minutes and I'll bust ass, try to, you know, do all I can do to help him out, you know, get the orders out to the, you know, get the orders that, you know, go out to the tables, take them out. you know, and just do little things, you know, that, you know, help him out. So, you know, again, you know, I didn't want him to come around that corner and think, oh, fuck, I fucked up. And, you know, by telling me to do it because, you know, I'm going to abandon him. And again, you know, I ain't the type of person that, you know, abandons their work. That I want to laugh at people, you know, not do this or whatever, and, you know, just, oh, it makes their life, you know, rough. You know, I ain't that way. That's for the birds, dude. You know, I ain't afraid to get my hands dirty. And so, like, when he comes back, I'll go to the other cook or whatever, and I ask him the same damn thing. Like, where you at when he's done? And, you know, and he will, you know, tell me what he's done and where he's at, and, you know, I'll take over for him, and I'll tell him, you know, take you 5, smoke a cigarette, take 5 minutes, and he'll be like, oh, thanks. And, you know, he'll go back and smoke him, he'll, you know, go and smoke a cigarette and come back, and he'll able to, like, compose himself again. And he'll be grateful for it or whatever, and, you know, make sure that everybody had the chance to get a cigarette break. I even go to the drivers and check on the drivers and tell them to go and take a cigarette break, especially if they haven't had, you know, a delivery in like forever or whatever, you know. I can tell them, I'm like, go smoke a cigarette, man. And like I said, if he's doing dishes or whatever, I'll take over on the dishes. And, you know, it don't faze me doing a little bit of dishes, get my hands dirty or whatever, so, you know, and he'll appreciate it. He's, oh, thanks, man. And, you know, like, don't worry about it, I got you. And, you know, that just made everybody work good together, that they knew if they needed help, you know, I ain't Baba, I ain't blah. You know, I'm not going to say any names, but, you know, I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty and help people when, you know, not call names, not, you know, roll their eyes at them and say, really? You need me to do everything? And, you know, and like I said, you know, people get stressed down, people need help every now and then. That don't mean you'll make you a bad employee, that just makes you human. But, you know, what makes me feel good is when people come up to me and they say, you know, hey, you're a good worker, you know, and, you know, you help out. And, you know, when people come up to me and they look at me and they say, are you the manager tonight? And I say, yeah, I'm the manager. And they was like, good, you're the only one that helps us out. So yeah, that makes me feel good when people recognize me doing my job. And like I said, I don't do anything I think that's special. I just do what the job requires and what a good manager should do. And, you know, that's the way I feel about it. And, you know, I try to help them out because, you know, I was in their predicament at one time. I was a cook, you know, one time, and, you know, someone didn't help me out. So, you know, I made sure that, you know, when I became manager and authority that, you know, I done that. I made sure, you know, they needed help, I did it. But that's just my ramble, and you do all those things or whatever, people will respect you and like working with you, and they make life easier. And, you know, teach by example. You know, you show the people how, you know, how to work hard and what they do, and those people, you know, will take it and run with it. Now, if you don't help them, you know, they're just gonna, like, sit there and complain, you know, but, you know, if you help them out, it makes them feel a little bit better, you know, about, you know, the job. But, you know, that's one of the things that separated me from other people. Number one, I didn't put anybody down. I didn't think anybody, you know, is worthless because they need a little bit of help. You know, everybody gets in that, you know, predicament sometimes when they need help. That don't make you a bad person, that just makes you human. And, you know, some are on different levels. Some people are real good, some people are a little bit slower or whatever. But you gotta understand that, you know, nobody is good as you are, as you think you are or whatever, you know. And everybody needs help, and, you know, that's what it's about. And that's what makes us human, and that's what makes us, people. And if we all work together instead of laughing, instead of, you know, letting abandoning people and letting them do things, it's a team. Team will go together and we'll work good. But that's just me and my ramble about how I work and about how I work as manager and about how nobody, everybody else would be manager. Peace out, homie. Keep it real. Tom 101 out.